This is Zobal. I'm going to go over the Molten Furnace Fractal as a warrior. You start off by having time-gated RP sequences here. Once they're over, you want to stack up here in line of sight, stack might, and wait for them to come to you. Once they start grouping up, you want to use Tremor and knock them all down. Then swap the war horn and use called arms if you don't get trolled like I did. Your group has reflex, go ahead and use them there. And you just want to run up and kill the elite when that's over. Usually just walks away while you fight them. Hard stuff. If you're wearing PTV gear and have staff guardians, he might actually attack you. And then you have more time-gated stuff. Once that's over, you want to group up the mobs. If you have a Mesmer or a Guardian, you want them to run in first and just group them and pull them to a wall so you can just stack up and destroy them. And use reflex if things have projectiles, but you don't have any of that. You just want to tremor them and call to arms them when they group. And then you have more time gated stuff. And you want to be careful of the red circles, because if you do get in combat, it could screw you over, because the NPCs will probably run up and aggro the mobs in their rooms and pull them over to the tunnel, and usually doesn't go well like that. Once the group's done, you just want to pick up the boulder and stand on the geyser until it stops going and drop it. And once you get to the oozes, you want Signet of Might so you can activate it and use Tremor when they use shield for them, so they don't destroy your group. It's kind of hard to see them though. See there, one was in shield form over there, so I got destroyed. If people go down these rooms, you can just use battle standard or just rally off one of them. And the rooms aren't too bad, except the earth ellies are pretty ridiculous. Fire elementals are not quite as bad. They suck too. Oozes suck too. And everything else is pretty easy. For the embers, you'll just want to stay out of the red circles. And you want your group just to CC the crap out of them. Keep up reflex. If you fought the earth ellies, you'll just want one person to run in first and bait out all of the earth fields that it puts down, and then your group can run in and attack. But we didn't get them this run. And people are down, and it's one of them's at fairly low health. I just eviscerate to get them back up quicker so they don't die. So they can rally. Once you finish the rooms, if you have a thief, you could have them use Shadow Refuge here so you can run past the mobs. We don't have one. And pretty good spot is where we're going. The mobs break off so you don't have to fight them all. And you want to endure pain for this. Once you start getting hit or CC'd, you want to use it so you can just tank all the damage and try to DPS them down so that people can rally, or you can use your war banner to get people back up. You can also use Defiant Stance as well. It's not a bad option for this. You can see there we don't even have to kill them all. You can just use balance stance and just run right through all the mist walls there. And then you have a minute long of RP and slowness and time gated NPCs. And if you go in the room before the NPCs do, you're going to bug out this. It's still a bug. I can't see why it's still a bug. It's been long enough for them to fix it. But anyway, for this room it has 2 safe spots depending on what you get. This one there is none. You just have to be bored and jump around, whirlwind through it, or dodge. And you want greatsword axe mace for this room, since you just whirlwind into the console and do some good damage. Once the test is over, just burst the core down, just whirlwind into it. If you have people reflex up, use them so that you can just do it safely. Things shoot projectiles at you. And there's 8 spots over here for this part, this test, whatever. And you don't get hit at all. It's pretty dumb. And second weapon test and the third one, a Molten Protector will spawn next to the core. You want somebody to CC them away. See there, Fear Me, Dali doesn't move them. It's kind of dumb. So you want Kick instead. If you're in an organized group, someone will probably have a better CC than Kick. But if you're in a pug, you can't really trust people to do it. So just put Kick on and launch them away from the core, so don't waste your time. And again, the third test, and Protector's back up and the projectile guys are back up. And you can see the prior test, we stood in the safe spot, didn't get hit. And for the 4th test, it just spawns all 3 tests. And you said to burst down the core. If you had a free slot for a signet, just swap out Fury and put on Might, just to kill the core quicker. And once the guy comes up, you want to stack Might. And just use your greatsword, burst skills, axe, vuln, normal rotations. If your group has reflex, go ahead and use them. And that's it for this one.